don't think people are gonna like really understand the pure excitement I'm going through right about now, because I get to play around with my June base box. This month, Boxycharm really went in. So we are going to play around with some of the items. I'm gonna pull my hair back now that it's short. It's easier to do that. The very first item we are gonna try on camera is going to be the Dr. Brandt Backlight Primer. I love their blue one. They're like illuminating primer. I tend to try to replenish it because it's really all that good. I forgot to show you guys. This is kind of like what it looks like. I feel like maybe I applied too much. This reminds me of the Becca Backlight products. This is supposed to add a smidge of luminosity to your skin without being too much. So basically this is not matte, and then it's not like their blue one that is super like luminous. It's just gonna add a little glow without being too much. I am gonna tell you that amount that I applied on my hand was about the size of a quarter. That was way too much, okay? So I'm gonna do one of these. There we go. This is what it looks like with just a primer. It looks really hydrated and glowy. The very next thing that we need to do is obviously finish off like most of the face, because all the other items are really just like lips and eyes, other than the bronzer. So I need to use a foundation that's not super luminous. What do I use? Let's see. Okay, we're here. I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever HD Skin. Oh, I'm sitting on my little kimono. I'm gonna use this one because it's beautiful on the skin, but it's not luminous, it's not dewy, it's just like a very natural finish. So I kind of want to see what my skin is going to look like. I would never test out a primer that's supposed to add some radiance with a super luminous and glowy foundation, i.e. like this one, because at the end of the day, it's just not really gonna show you the true potential of the actual primer. In the sense of like, okay, a primer is supposed to help you like your foundation last long, but at the same time, you kind of want to see if it's supposed to add the luminosity, how it transforms your foundation. Now this one looks like second skin on my skin, except it doesn't add like that bouncy radiance that we all love. So maybe this is a really nice combination along with the primer. We'll see. By the way, if you guys ever want to know my shade, I've done a review on this. My shade is 3R44, or better known as R410. It definitely adds a little bit of radiance without being too much. I feel like for a natural type of makeup situation, this would look really pretty, and I would totally skip on the highlighter. Now, before I do my under eyes off camera and finish off my face off camera, let's try this bronzer. What's really funny is I've had my eye on this bronzer just because it's Visart. I decided not to buy it because I said, I don't need another bronzer. However, I'm really glad that I ended up getting this in a box. I feel like I have a little hair here on the side of my face. I'm not sure that this shade is gonna work for me. I ended up getting it in the shade Bronze Noix. Is that the name of it? Is it? Yeah, that's the name of it. Bronze Noix. I wonder what this is gonna look like. Off the bat, you can definitely tell a difference on the side that I've applied the bronzer over on like my cheeks versus the one that's not. Like this one obviously is gonna look way more sculpted right about now. Okay, let's finish off one side of the face. I'm not sure, but I feel like this is a really good shade for me, guys. It doesn't seem too dark either. It's not too yellow, it's not too red, it's not too gray. It's between a yellow and a gray, so it kind of works. All right, you tell me. There's definitely a difference. I see a difference. I look more lifted on this side, right? Okay, so I am going to balance out the rest of the face. This is working, it's cute. And I know it looks a little odd, but I have to apply concealer under the eye and stuff. Let me move on and do the under eyes, you know, my blush, my brows, all that stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, that is looking really, really good. I wanna move on and try the Maximum Lip Plump Lip Injection by Too Faced Cosmetics. I have already tried this before, but I did purchase the deluxe size. I can't find it, because if I could find it, I would show it to you. It's much, much smaller. Because I wanted to see whether or not it was any good. Girl, this is a spicy, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how I like to use this. Of course, I will do a Reels and put that over on Instagram. I'm gonna work a little harder on posting on Instagram like quick little how-tos. I know you guys were loving that. But now that I have my Ilios ring light, my tabletop ring light, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's really good. Kim Kardashian and Makeup by Mario, highly recommend it. And now I highly recommend it. So good. I am able to film reels behind the scenes, which I've already started doing that. I just kind of have to put them together. So I'll be filming like little tips and tricks on things that I would do a little quicker for you guys for Instagram. But here I'll kind of show you. So typically if I'm gonna do something like this, these lip plumpers, once you remove it and apply an actual lippy, the effect pretty much goes away, which sucks. I haven't found anything that once you remove it, the effects stay for a long period of time. It's just like right about now, unless you get lip fillers, it's not a thing. So I'll show you guys how I would apply this, right? I would go ahead and apply this all the way to my lip line. Now, if you're sensitive to spicy, this might not be your thing. The original one is kind of spicy, but this one is way more spicier. And kind of go around my lip line and give it a minute. Leave it alone, give it a minute. I'm starting to feel the little tingles. In the meantime, while this is doing its thing and it's getting spicy, girl, I am gonna move on and apply a little bit of my Gerard Cosmetics. Oh, canvas primer and base, base. Oh, I feel it. Okay, clean canvas, base in fair. I couldn't even get it out right. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. It's spicy. Now, don't get me wrong. I've tried lip plumpers that were way spicier than this, but mija, esto pica. Ay, ay, ay. Make sure you check out the unboxing if you haven't already, but you guys already know that I have these paletas, so we're gonna dive on in and play around with her. I have already filmed a few videos using this palette because I told you guys, like, I purchased it in their like drop shop or mega shop or whatever they're calling it right now. So if you haven't seen those, you totally should go check it out. Thank you so much for showing it love if you've seen it already, because those of you who have seen it were really excited about the actual video, the tutorials, excited to get it in your box, but also are looking forward to purchasing it in the next drop shop if they have it. I am going to dip into the shade Sandbar. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna apply that literally everywhere. I'm kind of going to set my base. I stopped doing that for a while. There's no right or wrong. It just depends on what you're gonna go with. Look at this lip line. You see my lip line? It's way more prominent now than it was before, but that's because the spussiness. I am going to take that shade and pop it everywhere. And if you're new to my channel, mija, we're gonna have fun and we're gonna create a beautiful look. So don't worry about being specific as to where you're applying it. Just apply it everywhere. You wanna be vigorous with this shade. Boom, boom. See, like me, I'm not, you know, I'm not taking myself too seriously. Same brush. I'm going to move into, this is gonna be weird for you guys. So like, work with me. I'm gonna go into Sensation, tap out, and I'm kind of gonna do the same thing, okay? We're gonna everywhere. My lips are like puffy at this point. Here's a really easy tip for you guys when it comes to blending, because sometimes you guys say, well, it's kind of hard to blend. It is hard because it's annoying and you blend for a really long time. But if you hold your brush from the outer part, like towards the end of the actual handle, you have better precision than holding it from here. When you hold it from here, your bristles are getting so much pressure out of your hand that it's not gonna blend as nicely. So if you guys notice, typically when it comes to like blending brushes, if I'm using an eyeshadow brush, I'll hold it like this just so that I have the proper pressure for the patting motion all over the lid. But when you're going to blend, you want to use your, like the end of your handle, so you'll get the bristles to move around seamlessly. And it just makes your, at least in my opinion, it makes blending so much easier. And you're not as rough on your eyeballs. Now, when you are going to smudge at that point, I would say hold your brush really close to the like little brush hair, because that gives you a lot more precision towards where you are smudging. So for smudging, yes, I would hold it like this really close, but for blending, no. For patting, there's just, it's way more comfortable for your hands. And I have carpal tunnel, so that just always works for me, and like I never end up getting pains in my fingers, like in my hands and stuff. The eye is really pretty as is. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm gonna go in with Glow On and Sun Kissed. So that's this one and this one. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Sun Kissed, I'm gonna grab a little bit of Glow On. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pop that here. I think this yellow is really pretty for like a vibrant Monday morning. I don't know exactly when you guys are gonna see this. I'm pushing for Monday though. There we go. Simple eyes, simple eyes. And this is definitely a look that everyone can create. And these shades are so pretty. It's gonna look nice on everyone. We're gonna dust away whatever is left. By the way, I do get a lot of questions on this little powder puff. These are just little triangular powder puffs. You can get them off of Amazon or Shein. Amazon is definitely gonna deliver a lot sooner, so keep that in mind. But there's nothing super crazy about it other than the shape. The shape is like perfection when it comes to like setting the under eye area, getting really close to your lash line and your corners and stuff. It's just really, really nice. Now we're gonna move on to the liner. I've never tried this liner by them before. It is a felt tip, but I have tried felt tips that have impressed me, so we shall see. So far, just by looking at it though, it does look like it looks wet. So it looks like it has a lot of product on it, so we will see. Let's do this. Let's, ooh. My thoughts on it, I'll just tell you, not my favorite. It has a very shiny finish, and two, the applicator, although it is felt tip, it is very stiff, and in it being stiff, it skids as you're applying, and I really wanted to go fairly thin with my wing, and that just wasn't gonna happen because as you're applying it, it's just skipping. So if it skips, you're not gonna get a sharp line. And if you don't get a sharp line, now you wanna go over it, make it nicer, and you wanna make it nice, sharp, and crisp, and that just didn't do it for me. So although the actual applicator was very saturated with product, it skips. So I ended up with this wing, which is perfectly fine. It is what it is. This liner is just one that I wouldn't revisit just because I have it, if that makes any sense. Now, of course, I wanna move on and finish off the eyes, which I will. I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna pop some lashes on the top, and I am going to emphasize my bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara, so I can do that off camera so you guys can see exactly what this looks like at the end of the day. But I want to show you guys the lips. She's swollen, girl, just a little bit, not too much, and I think it looks really nice. But we're gonna emphasize the lip line now. So what do? I'm gonna go like this, just around my edges. I'm gonna take any lip liner that would work with my skin tone, kind of look like my lips but better, and I'm only gonna line the bottom portion and then my cupid's bow a little bit. See, now with this, we go in with a little more of this lip injection, and now that your lips already have had this, it's not gonna sting as much, but it still allows you to get that effect. And then you move on with your life and you're good to go. See, so easy peasy, my lips are done. I'm gonna move on and do what I said I was gonna do on my eyeballs, and we'll be right back. And here is the completed look. Let me know what you guys think down below, considering that every single item in my box was a makeup item. Oh my God. This baby was a 5 out of 5. I'm impressed, 0 complaints, can't be mad at it. The only thing that I was just kind of like, the eyeliner, but I know a lot of people absolutely love receiving liquid liners. They don't care what the applicator looks like. So that's just me being picky. Other than that, everything else was really nice. I love the luminosity that my skin has. I have 0 highlighter on. The eyes are really pretty and super simple to put together. I'm impressed. This was a very wonderful variation. Definitely a box that I would pay for. Of course, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Would you pay for this variation? Are you hoping you get this variation? What do you guys think about my variation? Give me your feedback down below because I'm nosy and I really want to know. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure you hit the like button and go check out my vlog channel. Subscribe over there as well. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.